In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix lower back pain from sleeping wrong. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from snowy St. Joseph, Michigan. So did you sleep badly last night, maybe in the wrong position, and just woke up with a ton of lower back pain? Well, in this video, we're going to go over some great stretching exercises that can give quick back pain relief. All of these exercises, they work just a little bit differently. Go through them all and use what works best for you. As a bonus, they can all be done in bed and they're very, very easy to do. So let's get started and fix that lower back pain right now. This is what I like to call Dr. Rowe's all-in-one morning exercise. It's a series of movements that's going to focus on stretching and strengthening everything in and around the lower back. We're going to start off on our back just like this. The first movement is called a hip hike. Imagine these are your hips in a straight line. What I'm going to try to focus on is raising one towards me while pushing the other away. So it's a movement kind of like this. Take your hands, place them on your hips. Straighten your legs at the knees. I'm going to drive one foot and heel away from me, really just trying to push away until I feel an activation into the lower back, hips, and pelvis while raising the other side up. When you do this, it feels really, really good. It really helps unlock that lower back. I try to hold this one comfortably for about 2 seconds, and then I just do it on the other side, nice and slow. What I try to do is about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides, and with each repetition, try to stretch into it just a little bit more to challenge those muscles. In the second movement, we're going to do what is known as a pelvic rock or a pelvic tilt. So I'm going to take my hands, place them on my hips again, and I'm going to start off by kind of rocking my pelvis backwards, kind of like driving my butt into my bed until I feel a very good activation around the lower back and pelvis. I hold this for about 2 seconds and then I just rock forward and just repeat. I do this one nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions in both directions. Again, stretching into it a little bit more with each repetition. In the second part, or I should say the third part, we're going to focus a little bit more off to the side with a muscle called the quadratus lumborum or the QL. So let's straighten our arms right here and overlap our hands, and then I'm just going to lower them down as much as I can until I feel an activation into my back. From there, I'm going to keep my lower back locked and then just lean my upper body and shoulders in one direction. What you'll feel is a really good stretch on the opposite side. So if I'm going towards my left, I really feel a deep stretch off to the side in my right lower back. This is really good if you have one-sided back pain. I try to hold this one right here for about 15 to 20 seconds. I just relax and then I'm going to do it on the other side. I try to do this for 3 to 5 repetitions in both directions. In the last part, we're going to focus on strengthening the lower back. If you want to get rid of morning back pain for good, we have to make everything stronger. One of the best exercises to do this is the pelvic bridge. Bend your knees like this, keep your feet flat. Take your hands, place them on the hips again. What I'm going to do is lift my butt up until I get a point where my knees, my hips, and my shoulders are in a nice straight line. You'll feel the core engaged, the lower back, the legs, everything that supports the spine. And you want to hold this one for about 5 seconds. If you're unable to get it up all the way to a straight line, do your best, even if you can only raise it a couple inches. Over time, you will build strength and flexibility and be able to get that nice straight line. I try to do this one for 5-second holds for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And if this becomes too easy, you can make it challenging by doing a one-legged pelvic bridge. And this right here becomes very challenging. So give that a try if you're able to, and just focus on building a lot of strength in there. And I hope that this gets rid of your back pain for good. This exercise is what I like to call the Cobra Scorpion. It's great because it can quickly take pressure off of our back, and also it may end in a satisfying self-pop, crack, or release. Let's start off on our stomachs. Prop yourself up on your elbows just like this. From here, I'm going to bend my knees roughly at about 90 degrees, put my legs together. I'm going to keep my upper back locked on my elbows like this, but I'm going to twist through my hips and take my feet and legs off the bed just like this. So really just trying to turn and rotate through my lower back and hips. When you do this, you're going to feel a deep stretch into the lower back. Again, it might end in a satisfying self-pop, crack, or release, but don't try to force it. Hold this position for about 5 seconds. You're just going to come back up, and then you're going to do it on the other side. You want to do this nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. And with each repetition, try to stretch into it just a little bit more. Challenge those muscles. From here, we're going to build into the Cobra, which is very easy to do. So the first movement, what I can do is a press up stretch. This is kind of a baby or half Cobra. I'm just going to press up with my elbows like this and put my back into extension or a backwards movement. This is really good for taking pressure off of spinal discs. So if you have pinched nerve pain or sciatica, this one may help. What I'm going to do is just keep pressing up until I feel a very good stretch from the mid-back all the way down to the lower back. If we feel that, let's hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Just do nice, slow, controlled breathing also. As a note, you do not want the hips to raise up during this exercise. You want to keep that flat. Only raise up through the shoulder blades. If this is not a deep enough stretch, you can do the full Cobra. So again, keeping the hips flat, we're going to press up with our arms like this. This becomes a very, very deep stretch. Only go to your comfort level, but try to hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let's take the Cobra to the next level by focusing a little bit more on strengthening to hopefully get rid of that morning back pain for good. What I'm going to do is basically just start off like this. I'm going to take my arms off to the side, keep them straight. The movement from here, I'm going to lift up with my chest, kind of like lifting my shoulder blades back and up like this. Lift my head up, keep my knees straight. My legs, I'm going to lift my legs up until I feel an activation into my lower back, and then from there I'm going to really try to lift my chest up. Once we hit that point, I'm going to then turn my hands down towards the floor. This is like a full body activation. I feel it from my head to my toes. I try to hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds, and from there I just try to relax. I'm going to then repeat that whole cycle for about 3 to 5 times. Again, building into each movement just a little bit more to make it more challenging, and I hope that that gets rid of your morning back pain for good. This is what I call the rocking pigeon. It's especially good for anybody that has a pain in the butt. I'm going to take a popular yoga pose, the pigeon pose, but add a twist to it. Literally. Start off on your back like this. Bend your knees, keep your feet flat. Take one side and take that side's ankle and place it over the other side's knee. So when you look down, it should look like a figure 4 starting to form. I take my arms, straighten them, and place them off to my side, kind of grip right into the bed for a stable anchor point. What we're going to try to do is keep the back flat as possible, but we're going to take our hips and pelvis and turn our legs in one direction as much as we can. This creates kind of like a corkscrew rotational effect in the lower back, and you can get a sudden pop, crack, or release with this because it puts a ton of mobility into the lower back. If it does release, that is quite normal. Just don't try to force it. We want to go over as much as we can. Hold this for about 15 to 20 seconds. Just do nice, slow, controlled breathing also. From there, I just come back up like this and then just repeat it on the other side. You want to do this one nice and slowly for about 3 to 5 repetitions. And with each repetition, always stretch into it just a little bit more. This is how we're going to take it to the next level. I'm going to lift my leg up like this now. And as you do this, you're going to feel a very deep stretch into the glute buttock and also into the piriformis muscle, a big instigator of what is known as pseudosciatica, on the top leg side. So I have my right leg on top. I'm really feeling it into my right butt cheek, right into the hips also. I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to place them right through that hole that the figure 4 is forming and grab right at the back of the thigh on the bottom. From here, what I'm going to do is kind of pull back just a little bit until I feel a very deep stretch, only to your comfort level. From there, what I'm going to do is then kick my foot upwards towards the ceiling, and this will really activate the back of the leg, the hamstring. I hold this for about 5 seconds. From there, I'm just going to relax. And now I'm going to do that corkscrew again. I'm going to rotate towards the opposite side. This feels really good, a very deep stretch in my lower back, glute, buttock, and also into my legs. Hold this right here for about 5 seconds. You're just going to relax. You're going to repeat that kick right here, and then you're going to do it on the other side, just really trying to stretch into it as much as you can. Come back to the middle. And then you want to do this complete cycle for about 10 to 15 repetitions. Always challenging yourself to stretch into it just a little bit more. But give that a try, and I hope that that gives very quick back pain relief. This is what I call the bed reach. It's a decompression or traction-based exercise that can help pull open your back, giving quick pain relief, and it can be done easily at the edge of a bed. Start off on your stomach, place your pillow right underneath your stomach and hips for some extra comfort. What I'm going to do is slowly slide forward off the edge of the bed until my hips and pelvis are supported on the bed. My upper body is coming off. I'm just going to prop myself up onto my elbows just like this. In this position, you should feel gravity pulling on your upper body weight down towards the floor, really helping to open up the back. This one feels really good. You can hold this for 30 seconds. Just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. But if it feels really good, you can hold it for even longer, a couple minutes. Just grab a book, read an iPad, something like that. But when you need to relax, just push yourself back up with your arms. What you want to do to take this one to the next level is, instead of going up on your elbows, reach out with your arms. What I'm going to do is tuck my chin towards my chest, use my fingers right here to crawl forward. And I tell you what, it just really opens up my back. I feel it pretty much from my shoulder blades all the way down to my tailbone. Again, I try to hold this for about 30 seconds, but you can hold it for longer. And then from there, just relax and try to do these for about 3 to 5 repetitions. If you want to take this one to even the next level, instead of going straight out with it like this, tilt your body in one direction. So I'm kind of tilting a little bit towards my right. What you'll notice is it really helps open up the opposite side. So if you're going towards the right, you're going to feel a very deep stretch onto the left side. I hold this one again for about 30 seconds. I'm just going to relax, and then I do it on the other side. With these ones too, if you do notice that one side just hits it a little bit better, throw some more repetitions in at that point. Focus on the movements that offer you the most amount of relief. If the exercises helped, please support us by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing to our channel too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.